Job interviews can be scary and they can be hard, especially if you're early in your career. Plus, everyone gets nervous. There's so much uncertainty, especially if you don't know the people or the company. And if you really want the job, there's a whole lot of pressure. Hello friends, I'm AshleyStahl, keynote speaker, host of the U-Turn podcast, and author of the best-selling book also named U-Turn. Get unstuck, discover your direction, design your dream career. I am here to help you create a career and a life that lights you up. So maybe you put yourself out there and you even scored a job interview. And first off, congratulations. The fact that they even invited you to an interview means that you're qualified and they're seriously considering you for the position. That's huge. According to a JobVite report, only 1 in 6 candidates who applied for a job were asked for an interview. I think that number has got to be even lower, honestly. And according to a Workopolis survey, 52% of interviewers make their decision about a candidate in the first 5 to 15 minutes of the interview, so it's important to make a good first impression. So how do you ace your job interview? As a career coach and online course creator, I've helped hundreds of people ace their job interviews. So here are some of my top tips. Number 1, do your research. If you want to impress the job interviewer and ace your interview, you're going to need to research the company, and that means spending more than just 5 minutes on Google. Dig really deep. Before you even set foot in the door, you'll want to know as much as possible. Visit the company's website and social media to learn about the company culture, what their mission is, what they do, and any industry-specific information. You want to be prepared for questions like, what do you know about our company, or why do you want to work here? Number 2, of course, is to practice. Take some good time to go over the job description and understand it inside and out. People don't give job descriptions enough attention, oddly. Based on your research in the job description, you should have a pretty clear idea of what the interviewer is looking for by now. Take some time to look at your current resume and understand how you might have used some of those relevant skills in the description throughout past work experiences. It's helpful to know where your relevant experience is and to practice talking about it. You don't need to memorize answers because you don't want to sound like you're reading off a script, but you should have some bullet points prepared to remind yourself the main points that you should cover in those questions. Choose both common interview questions and specific ones you know make you nervous or catch you off guard. Then practice with a friend or in front of a mirror. It might sound silly, but it works. Number 3, prepare questions to ask during the interview. Despite the popular belief, a job interview isn't a one-way street. It's also your opportunity to learn more about the position and the company. Who knows, you may not even want it once you have some more information. Don't let yourself be in so much scarcity that you get blinded from who you truly are or what you truly want. The high of something new can be so blinding. Be sure to stay grounded and prepare some relevant questions to ask them during the interview. Think of this as part of interviewing them to see if even you want to work there. Some winning questions to ask are, if I was wildly successful in this role over the next 3 to 6 months, what results would be happening for the company? Or, what would you say a typical day looks like in this role? Or, what kind of personality do you think would do really well in this role? The list goes on. But I love these results-driven questions because as a business owner myself, I get so excited to talk about my vision, and people who are hiring will love to do so as well. Number 4, work on your mindset. The day of the interview and even the days leading up to it, take some time to get into the right mindset. This is incredibly important. Perhaps you did your research and practice and you're ready to crush it. Next, take a look at the thoughts you're having about yourself, about the job, about your own worthiness, and question the negative ones. Ask yourself, are these unpleasant thoughts really true? Do I have to believe these thoughts? Be kind to yourself and take some deep breaths. You've got this, my friend. Most of our communication isn't about the words we say, but the energy that our words ride on. Own your energy. That means you question your limiting and negative thoughts. Number 5, be on time. This might sound kind of obvious, but be sure to be on time. In fact, always show up 5 minutes early, and believe it or not, no more early than that. More often than not, hiring managers are stacking their interviews one by one, and it's uncomfortable for them if you're hanging in the waiting room way too early. If you're unfamiliar with the area, scout it out before the day of your interview. And if you don't know what traffic will look like and your interview is in person, congratulations, I miss being in person with people, leave extra early because you never know what parking will be like. The worst case scenario is that you'll have to wait in your car for a bit. But if you do arrive too early, take some time to sit and review your notes in your car and just Breathe. In a survey by Simply Hired, 93% of hiring managers said that tardiness can hurt a candidate's hiring chances, and it's no surprise. So when I say being on time is important, I mean it's like really important. Don't be late, just don't. Number 6, follow up and thank the interviewer. Within the first 24 hours of the interview, be sure to email a thank you note. While I'd recommend sending a handwritten note for a personal touch, snail mail is way too slow, and I'd hate for them to count you out because you sent one. In your email, thank the interviewer for their time, share what specifically was meaningful to you about their specific conversation with you, and express that you're excited to hear from them soon. Sending a note is a common practice, so a lot of interviewers will notice if you don't do it. Just keep it short and sweet. If you follow these steps, you should be able to ace your interview. And remember, you're not going to get every single one. Be proud that you're meant for the things you're meant for. I'm proudly not for everyone, and neither are you. Learn from each interview and bring your greatness into the next one. And as I tell my students in my Job Offer Academy e-course, life is a numbers game. You've got this. Good luck, my friend.